I presented at ARC LED in June 2010, and my topic was on clear vision for solid-state lighting, or SSL. First, I had to convince my audience that I'm a pragmatic visionary, hands-on architect and urban planner, specializing in lighting. And then I proceeded with an overview of the latest design and technology advancements and inferred conclusions as they relate to lighting. Transformative design is about volumes that expand, collapse, and reshape, building facades that open to breathe or peel off as petals of flowers, or interior walls that reconfigure spaces. Transformative can be at any scale: lamps that bulge and slender, surfaces that modulate their opacity and translucency, or walls that open apertures for light. So lighting fixtures can be physically interconnected in groups that reconfigure to provide space solutions, and they should also respond to the presence of people. Digital printing results in flexible materials, printing on textiles, but also printing of thin film, OLEDs, or organic light-emitting diodes. Basically, your lighting will be printed in rows like your newspaper. Printing of thin film photovoltaics, thin batteries, thin transistors. But also the 3D printing, which provides a richness of pattern and luminance edges, and also perceptual depth, which are essential for the human experience of well-being. Dematerialization is observed through pixelation, translucency, loss of detail as in early digital photography, and self-luminosity. Solar is a big trend. The first generation is glass silicon panels that are rigid, heavyweight, mounted to an angle depending on geographical latitude. They have high efficiency at peak sun, which can be few hours a day. And then we have the thin film photovoltaics that are flexible, colorful, translucent, can be mounted flat, work throughout the day, but most importantly, have a positive temperature coefficient and perform without degrading under warmer climates. Now imagine thin film photovoltaics, thin film OLED lighting, and thin batteries, a wonderful 3 layers solar package. Nanotechnology is in development, and it provides a broad band of light wavelengths emission, which means we have the cyan and the magenta and the violet that we can add and complement the much coarser RGB, red, green, and blue lighting, and thus provide a fuller spectrum more similar to daylight and healthier for people. Nanostructures also have a broad band of light wavelengths absorption. Thus, this is the future of photovoltaics, as they will collect light and produce energy from the sun, the sky, and even electrical lighting. Solar produces DC, or direct current electricity, and our electronics are already working on DC. Lighting fixtures should be hybrids, working with AC and DC power for easier transition to solar systems. Fixtures should have less mass, as people need light and not the fixtures. Nesting is about clothing with lighting, textile fibers and neurons, about colorful undulating surfaces of bus shelters containing photovoltaics and producing their own light, about urban landscape furniture shaped as flowers that are solar and provide sitting and nighttime lighting, and about the New York Times building lobby with the clicking sounds of small digital screens providing insights in the work being performed in the guts of the building. Functionality and human experience are nested together. The democratization of the process of bringing light to people, or the grassroots design, is already present. You can be in a car, set your lighting preferences, save on a memo flash card, get on a different car and replay. Or you can download lighting applications and control surrounding lights in your home theater. No wonder that nanotechnology companies have jumped on the lighting train. But imagine for a moment being able to download natural scenery lighting settings. For instance, being up in the mountain on a summit, or at the beach, or in a forest, with light filtering through the branches. Do you know that people communicate with lighting, and that light will change colors to counteract our frequencies? Well, quantum physics and the entanglement of electrons confirms that. And we also can bring randomness and nature-like entropy to lighting systems by using random events generators. So lighting fixtures should integrate functionality and human needs and have a quantum level of sensitivity to relate to people. But also people will become the masterminds and will design their environments. Research has found that the human body is a dynamic system and that hormonal production and endocrine system are regulated by the diurnal cycle of light. Research has also found that the modulation of lighting, not only in spectrum and intensity but also in distribution along a timeline, are essential for human health. We have a renewed appreciation for the right brain intangibles, such as beauty, happiness, and enjoyment of life. The public is increasingly knowledgeable and demanding for healthiness, and our level of individual and group consciousness has increased, and thus we talk about socially responsible lighting design that protects human health and well-being. Research has found that daylight is the 100% healthy package. It has entropy and continuous modulation of all light parameters, but it also has an underlying order for unfolding the lighting conditions that will support the circadian system or the human biological clock. Biomimicry is used to create business models that work as complementary ecosystems, and it also provides inspiration for design that is based on natural principles. Thus, biomimicry provides natural solutions that are simpler and healthier. Biophilic design is about connectedness with nature and creating environments that are regenerative and reinvigorating for people. Looking at my living room, you can see the wonderful sequence of perceptual changes as cooler skylight is replaced with warm sunlight. The features we need for solid-state lighting are found in nature. The optics of clouds that modulate diffuse with sharp light, the trees' branches that modulate light distribution and gradient, daylight directionality that defines the luminance patterns, and the sunset that modulates spectrum and light intensity. If you want to see a striking parallel with what the future SSL fixtures will be, go to DLP's website and see the video What is DLP, or Digital Lighting Projection. But in general terms, lighting should modulate in all parameters and be anchored on human factors for healthiness and well-being. Lighting will be measured not in absolute, but relative and interconnected measures that apply within a specific context. So get over it, relinquish old beliefs, see solid-state lighting for what it is, a new paradigm in lighting of collaborating and network microchips that protect human health.